Hi, how we doing?
Good. How are you, Connor?
I'm good. Nice to meet you, Holiday.
Good seeing you in person.
Glad to see you in person as well. Glad we can do this.
Yes, great to see you.
Absolutely, I'm very excited.
More questions for you here to ask.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
So I know we talked last time, so I just wanted to describe a time you had led a group that worked and what did not work when you did that.
So yeah, as I've said, I've been a unit leader for many years now, and I started off as like the middle boys unit, and like right away, like I had one kid like have an episode in front, and I raised my voice, and then that kid episode got bigger and bigger, and like that was the first day too, and that was like the start of it all for me, and so I immediately went to my supervisors, to to the people that were there for me to give me the advice or the help I needed, and then over the course of the years, I've been able to get better and better at handling certain episodes like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you going to manage counselors if they have different personalities or if they work differently than others?
Well, I first have to identify who are my strongest counselors and, who are the not so strong ones. And then I delegate tasks or give them tasks based on what I know that counselor can and cannot do. And I'm okay having a different group of personalities of counselors. I haven't ran into a situation where two counselors got into serious beef with each other. I haven't had that happen yet, but I will make sure that the unit comes first, no matter what, and I will make sure to foster an environment to where it'll be conducive for everyone in that environment. So I'll get personalities like that are from all different spectrums, but I'm always able to like match that. That's kind of been my thing. I'm always able to like match a vibe is what I call it, and so I can get on their level, get them back to whatever task we need, and still build up a relationship with that set staff person.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you approach a counselor who does not meet the expectations you have set?
Well, then we have to have a sit down talk about it, and we have to go over what the expectations I set for them at the beginning, how I see them not meeting them, and then talk to them what's going on? Is there something up? Is there something deeper? Is there something that I'm not doing enough? I just want to be the best unit leader I can be for that staff member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Correct. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. What is your approach when it comes to homesickness?
Homesickness is like serious when it comes to camping. So I've experienced it many times to varying degrees, and it's just being there for them and letting them know that whatever they're worried about, it's gonna be okay. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a great time, and it's okay to be sad that you're not home, but you're always gonna be able to go back, and we have so much fun things to offer that by the time that you leave, you have to let them know that when you leave, you're gonna miss this.
Yeah.
You're gonna be camp sick at the end of it. So you have to give them that perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your way of blending fun and safety?
I'm just a pretty outgoing guy as it is, and so I like to let loose and enjoy what life has to give. But I'm also hey, don't do. You can do this, this, and this, but you can't do that, and that's non-negotiable for me. I let it go pretty wide, but when it comes down to it, I can cut off what I need to and be very thorough about doing that, because I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea that they can just do whatever they want. Of course not. But camp is about having fun.
Yeah.
And it's that you gotta find that right blend, and I know I can do that.
Yeah.
And I've done it before. I'll be able to do it for HLC as well.
Okay. Yeah, there's always a time and place for having fun and having
Absolutely.
safety concerns that we have.
Couldn't agree more.
What is a positive camp environment in your eyes?
In my eyes, smiles, laughter, having a great time, making sure that I want my counselors and my campers to just basically just blend together, and just enjoy all the things that camp has to offer together.
Yeah.
And if we can create that environment, then we have a really good functioning unit. And I'm really proud to be the leader of that unit. And that's what I want to be striving for every time.
I'm glad to hear that.
Okay, thank you.
How do you contribute to a positive team culture?
A positive team culture. Be yourself. You have to, obviously be positive. And cut. Hold on one second.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same question. No, that's the thing. Those two. Oh, were they back to back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm realizing that's kind of like the same thing. Okay, fun and safety. Positive camp. Yeah, okay, what? Yeah, I'm still used for that one. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay, ask it again. Alright, 1720. Action.
How do you contribute to a positive team culture?
You lead by example. You always got to be leading by example, showing your team what you expect by doing it day in, day out, and being like, hey, this is what I need from you. You can either do it or get the back of the line because this is what we need. And if you do that in a lightened, heartfelt way, you could really connect to them that way. Obviously, there's going to be different ring personalities, so you have to find new ways to connect with the staff member to have them buy in. But it's all about having them buy into what you're trying to build. And I want nothing more than them to do that. That's why I tell them straight up, guys, I just want to be the best unit leader I can be for you. So please let me do that. And I'll ask them for what they need, what their criticisms are of how I do things, stuff like that.
Is there any past experiences that will help you with being a better positive team leader?
Absolutely. Just last summer, I let my emotions get the best of me at one point. I overreacted to when something didn't go our unit's way, and I a couple months later I recognized that. I'm like, oh my god, I need to set an example of calm, of just relax, and you don't need to be amped up over this because at the end of the day, it's not gonna help. It's not helping anyone. It's just gonna make stuff possibly worse, or not what you would initially want it to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just one way. That's just one thing that I've gotten. But I do. It might take me a minute because I'm like an in a moment type guy, to where whatever it is in the moment, that's how I'm gonna be feeling. But if you give me time to reflect on stuff, I reflect on it, I come up with the right answer, and then I apply that to the next time around.
That's great to hear.
Absolutely, that's what I'm all about.
What if you notice a safety concern in your unit that is not an immediate emergency but may cause problems if left ignored?
You have to let your next person know, straight up, hey, this is a problem. This is something that could blow up. It could turn into something worse. You have to make sure that you're documenting that, and then you're putting that up to your next supervisor. So in my case, would be the senior counselor or our director, and I would do that immediately, just to keep them in what's it called? Keeping them in the fold, making sure they know what's going on, keeping them up to date, because that's important. You have to make sure that you have to know how your unit's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that everyone else knows how your unit's doing. So, say something happens in your unit, there's a certain level to where you can take care of it and shut it down. And then if it gets to that point where it gets above you, then that's where you it's good to have to that they know that information already, so they can help out as well.
Right. What is one piece of feedback that helped you grow as a leader, and how has it changed the way you work with others?
I want to say, can you repeat the question?
What is one piece of feedback that helped you grow as a leader, and how has it changed the way you work with others?
Delegate. You gotta delegate. You're gonna go crazy if you don't know how to properly delegate. And that was like the big thing. The big thing when because I was thrown into I was thrown in as a unit leader into the fire. Like I had to be a unit leader all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. Because I was always a number 2, the second in command, and then boom, it just happened. So you have to know how to delegate tasks to your staff. And over the years, I've been able to gain that experience very easily, to the point where I'm always in a beautiful, nice Zen mode, just loving it, just loving life, just moving with the flow, because I've been able to, I know what I need to delegate and who to, almost immediately, within the first day or two of the camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just I have a scenario.
Okay. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, of
Let's
course.
say we have a scenario where a kid is homesick. One is acting out, and it is very clear that your staff is drained from the day. What is your response, and what actions would you take?
Okay.
In what order?
Okay, so we got 3 different scenarios. Obviously, this is towards the end of the day, but we still have to address the behaviors and the homesick. As a leader, you got to take care of the behavior. That behavior starts and stops with you, as the unit leader. Obviously, you have to and then it comes down to all your staff is drained. You have to rely on your number 2 or whoever can deal with a homesickness thing at the time. So you have to pick one of them, unfortunately, and that's going to be unfortunate because they all seem drained, and you can't do both at the same time, the homesickness and the behavior. But behavior is the most important, because you don't want to have to send that kid home.
Yeah.
You don't want to. So you got to make sure you sort the behavior out when it pops up. And so the unit leader would be the one responsible for that. I would just have one of my stronger counselors, or my number 2, or someone I know, even though they're drained, they'd still be willing and able to deal with the homesickness. And that's just more so just hanging out with the kid, just hanging out with the camper, and just being there for them, because that's what homesickness comes down to. It's the kid just doesn't feel like anyone's there for them right now. That's why they're home. That's why they want to go home.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I'm all set. I just had the one about being a male in a Girl Scout camp. So I'm glad that's a norm.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
Regular.
That's
Okay.
totally acceptable.
Yeah. And other than that, I'm pretty confident in my abilities to do this, to execute the position.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to working for you guys if you decide to hire me.
Yeah, I'll look through and go through what we did today,
Mm-hmm.
and go over some things, and
Absolutely.
then I'll get in contact with you.
All right. Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you so
Ken.
much. Appreciate it.